The topics discussed and
Okay.
the information provided on this program is for general information. The hosts of this show are not medical professionals and are expressing their personal views and stories related to their individual lives. Their views are not intended to be used or taken as medical information. If you or a family member have suffered a traumatic brain injury, you should seek help from a practicing licensed physician.
You're getting ready to watch Brain Mechanics. It's brought to you by a severe brain injured survivor. But you are your own brain mechanic. I'm my own brain mechanic. I have the wrenches, I know how to put in the fuel. You also are the operator of you. Do we need specialists? Sometimes it's more than changing a tire. But you need to keep alert, listen to your body, go the proper speeds, and always check your air pressure. Look in the mirror. Remember, you're going forward and hit the road. If I could only drive, I'd hit the road. But I had a driver this morning. Thank you, Ray, for bringing me today. Dave came to the house to come with me this morning. Mr. Lunquist, known to the Cambridge City crowd, where he taught school for 37 years, I believe.
You bet. Some of them I did all right.
You did. As a teacher, you became a friend, fellow sports writer. He taught me how to write. But anyway, one of my local mechanics of the brain. I went through some technical trauma this week. There is more trauma in life than I realized. My phone got smashed in downtown Milton by a semi-truck as it fell out of my wheelchair across the road. And it wouldn't cross over. So I went to this place in Connersville. I'd give you a plug if I remember your name, but they fixed it. I got all my contacts. I'd lost all my contacts that I collected over the last 12 years on brain injury radio and around. I couldn't help people. I couldn't help myself. I didn't have contacts. I was going on the freak. But this dear old lady that takes care of me in the evenings, Pat, found this place, got my phone back within a week, got my computer fixed. So here I am back on the air. Get my glasses on so I can see the speed up here. I hope everybody got their shots, because Indiana University Health agrees with me. The pandemic is not over. This is April 15th, I believe, 14th. And it's not over. It's not going to be over May 15th. It's not going to be over June 15th unless you get your shots, unless things happen to cut down. Anyway, that's my Dr. Fozzie or whatever his name is report. I got to go with IU Health. They made me again. I'm in their TV studio. I go with IU Health. So yeah, I got my mask, of course. Even brought a fresh one for today. It's race month again in Indianapolis at Penske Motor Speedway. And
PMS.
PMS. It would be the PMS, you're right. And with me today as my guest, I call him my regular, he's my Don Rickles of my Carson show, is Mr. Kevin Butterfield of Brainforest, finding him in the Brainforest right now.
Correct. Glad to be here.
Hi, Kevin. I'm glad you could be with me. You never let me
Always.
down.
Always glad, Maddie.
You never let me down.
Never.
You might lose me occasionally.
Sometimes purposely, but yes, I agree with you.
Oh, we won't even get into the Mid-Ohio.
No.
But it was a
No.
great time at the racetrack that weekend. That was for sure.
That we had fun.
A bunch of us even slept in a hauler full of mattresses, just like a bedroom.
Correct. Yeah.
I had my own mattress by myself, thank you. But anyway, we was with Ernie. What was his name?
Ernie Francis.
Ernie Francis.
Jr.
He's a Trans Am driver.
Yeah, he's the youngest, like 4 or 5 time winner.
Yeah,
I think he's moving his ranks up to IndyCar.
Is he?
Yeah, I think so. He's in F4 now, Formula 4, and some other things. But yeah, he was our ambassador out there on the track with traumatic brain injury awareness. Yeah, remember he had all the roof signed by a bunch of people.
Oh,
they either had a TBI or knew someone that had a TBI.
We found out and went through radio at that time too, and found well over 100 people.
Oh yeah, the roof was packed.
It was cool. All of our names were on the top of a race car, Trans Am race car, I believe.
Yep, he won it. And since he was the champion that year at the banquet, they had a huge, I don't know, 20-foot tall poster of his car, and you could see the signatures on the top then.
It was he really did us a nice deal that one summer. That's for sure.
But we want to do a big deal in motorsports, either IndyCar or NASCAR. We don't know what, to bring brain injury awareness to the front. And how we're going to do that, I can't really talk about. No one's done it yet, but we want to be the ones to do it.
Is that why you're not letting me know, so you don't want me to run my mouth?
Yeah, correct. Yeah, you can't keep a secret. But, I mean, it would be nothing but to bring awareness to those who suffer in silence. That's it. I mean, it's not being done now. It hasn't been, no one's ever attempted it, but we're going to.
Even, the NASCAR driver that, he has marches for brain injuries and different things at tracks. Ernie. He went up there. Huh?
Oh, Ernie Irvin.
Ernie Irvin.
Crashed in Michigan and got
Yeah, he went upside down and crashed. And
Yeah.
Tried, like everybody with a brain injury, he tried to come back to work, and it didn't work out real well for him. But, he raced a couple of times.
Yeah, didn't he have to patch one of his eyes shut so he could see so he could see straight, right?
Yeah.
When he was racing? Yeah.
I talked to him on the phone a few times in my life. Yeah, he's a good guy. A lot of things the brain injured world can bring to a person if you just get off your butt and go do them. Might I add. You get to meet people like Kevin.
Sure.
Cubby looks excited.
He's a big Cubs fan.
I know. There's nothing wrong with that.
You grew up somewhere with the Tigers.
And the Lions, Bears.
Kevin's dad was a neurologist, but at one time he was a team manager or team coach.
No, he's a neurosurgeon, but he was the doctor for the Tigers.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I went to school with a couple of Michigan nuts that,
Michigan what?
Well, they were from Michigan, so,
Yeah, we're nuts up there.
And it was, I think
those
that
are
was...
called Buckeyes.
It was...
Good one,
I
Matt.
think one of them... a couple of them were... Oh, man. When did Detroit win the last World Series? The Tigers?
I don't even know.
Or Lions? Okay, anyway.
Lions never did.
Lions ain't ever won anything.
No.
Well, they'd have a poster of a guy blocking Dick Butkus with Dick Butkus flying up in the air. Hey, come on, he's better. Anything to mock the, there's a rivalry, there's a rivalry.
Oh yeah, the Bears and the Lions for sure.
Sure.
Anybody Detroit beats one time becomes a rival.
Correct, because they usually don't beat one. They don't beat them up.
So what's going on in the world of Brainforest? I know
Well, I
things,
mean,
the pandemic
what we're doing is
slowed down. Yeah, go through the pandemic with us. I know I ain't seen him talk to you much in a year.
No, I know. No, it's
Look at him dance.
well, we were blindsided like everyone else was. I mean, we all had the fear, we had the scare, we had the quarantine, we had the distancing, we had the masking, we had all that stuff. I guess we would be considered essential people. So we stayed open, but nobody would come in because they were all scared, right? Nobody knew what was going on, where it was hiding, how did you catch it?
I believe your doctors consider themselves workers, but go ahead.
Yeah, essential workers, not essential. Because there's essential non-workers. So they just would not come in. So we just said, okay, let's close down for a few months. And that's where we're working on all the other stuff that we're doing with the brain that's coming out later this year. But so, I don't know, locking everyone up at home. And when they came back in, you know, you saw a lot of the depression, you saw a lot of the anxiety, you saw a lot of the at wits ends, you know, the parents that now had to homeschool their kids. They've never done that before. So it did a lot of increase the level of anxiety and depression. That's what we saw when we came back, and they started coming back in. So then we had to work on those guys.
Sure.
Right? So, but I mean, we're still not there yet. I mean, there's still things coming up with all these different variants coming here, there, and the other. You know, I think it's always going to be there. Just like the influenza flu's always there. This is a new thing that's always going to be out there, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
That's my take. You know,
the only thing that's not going to be out there is another form of media that's bigger than what we have right now, letting everybody know everything that's happening all across their backyard.
what was that? You lost me. Who?
On the influenza, on the people that get scared and they get nervous and anxiety from all the information that's out there.
Yeah.
And it's entertaining. That's what TV is. It's entertainment.
Well, I mean, there is so
dance.
much information out there. Which piece of information are you going to pick up and run with? You know, there's so many different things, right?
Right, and it builds anxiety.
Yeah, I mean, some could be rabbit holes you fall into you don't want to fall into, right? This leads to that, leads to that, leads to that. I mean, that's, you know, or do you go the scientific route and listen to that? I mean, that's what I do. I want to follow science, see what they're doing, right?
Yeah.
I want to read all the big words and understand what's going on, but
I have to, you know.
yeah.
I'm on the. We currently this week came out with stopping the Johnson & Johnson because 6 out of 6 million people or so develop blood clots, I believe. You know.
Yeah. Yeah.
6 out of 6 million to me is not a bad number. You know.
Yeah, but is that enough to stop it? Like hold it, put a pause on it, or is there something else out there that we don't know yet? You know, what
Right.
caused the concern
Constantly
to jump and stop that?
changing
You know, we don't know.
Yeah,
I
the
don't know.
mutations and that might be what the China people invented when they built this. You know, they let it mute. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I don't believe in the China virus. I believe in the virus. Might have came from Hop Sing. I don't know.
But we don't know a lot right now. I mean, we'll know 5 years, 10 years down the road.
Sure.
The world might. I hope I don't by that time.
Yeah.
It's been such a battle for the last 13 years. But anyway, thank you, Dr. Malik and Dr. Backhouse for extending it. And Kevin got me to that point. He fixed my broken back once.
Wow.
All with his magic little fingers and time. And my bowling ball.
Yeah.
So what else is happening? You going to any ball games, any race meets this summer on the tracks?
Well, I got I plan on racing myself. I mean, I want to do some time attack racing in that race car I got now. Which maybe I should send you the link on that, and you can watch the story of that. That's all about the car is going to become the voice of those who suffer in silence. You know, with brain health and wellness.
We're going to want to know how big your damn helmet's going to be.
Big enough to fit my melon in it, I guess. XL, probably. But no, that's going to bring awareness around the country. Again, that's what our big deal, our big push is about brain health and wellness. We see a lot of people, military, PTSD, concussions, stuff like that we want to, again, expand across the country, and we want a platform to do it on. So that's probably top tier sports somehow. I'm a race nut, so, you know, I like to do it in racing.
Race nut would be a good name for it.
The more offices people can get to, right? The more access they have, the better.
When are we going to fit baseball into this program?
We have some interest in a major baseball league team and 11 other farm leagues in the Northwest that they want us to come out there.
Cool.
We're working with those guys now. We probably embed a tech to travel with them.
I have lots of communication and people on the radio and stuff in Washington.
Really?
In Oregon, yeah.
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 Yeah, I mean, and we got, you know, we potentially have meetings with the upper office in the with the Detroit Red Wings. Sorry, Cubby, not Blackhawks. Because we got to keep the Red Wings sharp so we can whoop up on the Blackhawk players, right?
I remember the 3 years the Blackhawks won the Stanley Cup. That was.
Yeah, rub that in. So yeah, I definitely think that we have. There's just so much potential. We can't do it all. Oh yeah, and I'm writing a book. Believe it or not, I never wanted to write a book, you know. But I have so many stories from 3rd grade up. They're all connected to the same thing. It's the same goal, the same mission that we have. So I'm working on doing that.
Now you're down to writing a book or writing a series of books.
Writing a book. I mean, I have a business coach, I guess.
Because.
But I mean, he heard that everything that I'm doing and how far back it started, and I haven't deviated from that path at all, even today. What I want to do to, you know, make this place a better place than when I found it. He said, write a book. So, okay. Started writing a book. I just started like last week, and I got like, I don't know, almost 20,000 words. So I'm writing a lot in my spare time.
After it's edited, that will probably be about 8,000 words, but go ahead.
Nah. Probably. Because I said, you know, all the time. No, it's probably, yeah, I don't know how long it's going to be. I don't know anything about book writing. I don't know anything about publishing. I don't know anything about, you know, the stuff.
I have a publisher in Cambridge City.
Really?
Yep.
Who's that, you?
No.
Oh.
No, Random House wanted me to write a book 8 years ago.
Why didn't you?
The book's the end of the story. I don't think my story's over yet. So don't finish your book is my suggestion. But
I'll just end with to be continued. You know, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, that would be like.
Yeah, my
so
books.
Watch me finish it, and then that's it for me. You know.
My books become an encyclopedia of books, and I want to write them my way. So there'll be a lot of truth and. What's
That's
that
not
word
all
I'm
truth.
looking
There's
for?
a lot of truth.
A lot of truth, but
Relevance.
expanding. Embellishment. That's the word. See, my brain injury works. I write
I taught
with
him that word, though.
I write with embellishment. Yeah. He did. Taught me all about yellow journalism. Both sides of a story and the yellow journalism in the middle, and then you decide what the real truth is.
He hates Hagerstown.
I'm not a big purple fan. I like Hagerstown. I'm not a big fan of purple. Great baseball game in Milton, Indiana. 2 days ago, or a month and 2 days ago, whatever.
Did you get a game in?
They played Hagerstown. They got beat 1-0. Lincoln did.
And then it rained? Was that
8
the
inning,
rain?
one hitter, and then Lincoln give up no earned runs. They got beat by 1 earned run. I won't talk about.
Well, yeah.
They got a
Sorry,
baseball
but
team this year. I'm pretty dang happy. They got 26 kids playing, and a bunch of coaches. I'm not sure why I'm not one of them, but yes, I do.
I know why you're not.
Cambridge City
Oh, go
girls
ahead.
softball is ranked. Did you see that?
No, I didn't know they had that good of a team
the
this
fine
year.
print
I-
paper today.
I get it out of the house once a month to come and do the show. That's my world right now. But
Until Miracle League.
no, Stephanie's supposed to come back to work Monday. It's all dance, and my life will return, and I'm now allowed to get out of the house. I've been fully vaccinated. I've been corona-free for, well, it was 60 days when I got my first shot, so probably 150 days by now.
Hey, Matt, just off topic real quick. Does the bowling alley know you walked out with their shoes? Sorry, keep going. Does it say number 12 on the back? Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Go ahead.
No,
Those are
it's,
nice.
they're nice.
Okay.
They're my handmade Houston
Oh,
Astros shoes.
Oh, okay.
I did not cheat. I got a championship. Anyway, just like the back-to-back Richmond Roosters 20 years ago, this is what this hat's from. They won their 2 Frontier League championships, and then they moved. Anyway, I won't want to talk about too much about
Are
that.
they still using that field?
The high school does. I believe the Legion does when they play.
Okay.
Legion baseball. I'm sure there's AAU teams that use it. I think Earlham College built a new ball. Well, I know they got a new ballparks, but I'm not sure their games are in it or not. I didn't get prepared for a sports show today. That was on
Okay,
Kevin,
well, let's,
and it was all racing. It was all racing, in the Cubs. Are we winding down?
Winding down what?
What's the time?
We're ramping up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still ready to go. I got all kinds. You want me to run out of something to talk about? What? Look, he raises his eyes.
Let me think about that one, huh?
Yeah.
Do I really want Matt to?
I like his headphones. I don't have a set of headphones. Everybody else has headphones but me. Everybody else gets to talk to the director during the show. Me, I just get to run my mouth. I'm waiting for a... You want to leave us with any good humor that you've heard through the pandemic? Not political.
Any good humor.
There can be
Probably
words
not-
you can leave
it's
out.
probably not fit for air, but no.
You're a comedian. Are you still doing the comedian work, or are you too busy now?
Well, no, I mean, as soon as the people start coming back, I will.
That's what I
I
meant.
gotta get back. I gotta get back to my crackers. You know,
Haven't you
But-
been prepared?
I am prepared. I got a lot more material.
And it's all filthy?
No, it's not all filthy,
It's a lot of blue.
or is it?
Or is it?
No, I had. Yeah, that's gonna start back up. I mean, I don't know what's gonna happen at the track this year at the 500. I don't know how many people they're gonna have in there, but
You gonna give me some comedy at the track?
yeah, Of course, Maddie.
What suite do I get to sit in?
I don't know. We'll find a team to throw you into. We're gonna have a lot of fun doing that. So, I went to St. Pete last year for the opener, the IndyCar opener, and they canceled it the day of the race. So, I just hope they don't have that stuff going on up here. But you never know.
Brainforest Center?
What?
That's what he owns. You want me to talk about the Brainforest Center more?
Sure.
Well,
What do you want to talk about? What we do, how we do it, what?
yeah. I mean, Kevin's been on the show with me several times. For those that don't know, he was a former chiropractor. He's not a doctor anymore. And he built the brain maps and directs and changes waves in your head.
I'll show you how to do that. I mean, we do. Okay, so
Yeah, we've done it on
the.
the show. He did mine on the show before. And when he first got it, we did it in my house. I was a trial patient. But anyway. It seems to work
I was
on
just trying
everybody
to
but
convert
me.
you to a Lions fan. It didn't work. Now you're a Cubs fan.
No, not him.
Good.
He is IU though.
But
No,
yeah, go ahead. Talk about where it is, what you're doing.
No, I mean we
Not
do
the expansion. It's
what's
just
called,
start in Carmel.
Yeah.
EEG neurofeedback. Right. It's what we do. It's been around since the 60s. You know, NASA uses it. We do it on, some IndyCar drivers, Colts players, pro athletes, just to give them the best brain they could have, right? So we would do the same thing to anybody who comes in here because they deserve the best brain they could have too. It's just we look at what the brain waves are doing, and where it's underperforming, we can help you increase it, right? Where there's too much electrical activity in the area of the brain, we can lower that down. Very targeted, very specific. So that's what we do. I mean, we do it from people with, ADD, young kids, all the way to somebody that has, dementia and cognitive decline. We help their brain work better. We train their brain to work better. We show the brain where the sweet spot is, right? And it's all done with sound. It's not done with shock therapy or anything like that.
I call it Martian music, but
We'll go with that. That sounds good to me. But I mean, that's what we do, right? So,
yeah,
it's like training your brain to get in its comfort zone, its sweet spot, right?
I've run out of time. Kevin Butterfield will join me again next month for a further conversation about the Brainforest and whatever else we talk about. Thank you.
The topics discussed and the information provided on this program is for general information. The hosts of this show are not medical professionals and are expressing their personal views and stories related to their individual lives. Their views are not intended to be used or taken as medical information. If you or a family member have suffered a traumatic brain injury, you should seek help from a practicing licensed physician.